We are talking about the next step on how to get out of debt, and it is
Cancel everything that you're spending money on that you don't need.
please subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we put up new videos. Hello, I am Tara, the author of the Dining on a Dime cookbook, where you can eat better, spend less. We have a new hardcover with full color pictures and over 1,200 recipes and tips to help you save money on your grocery bill. Check it out at livingonadime.com. Okay, now this one is going to make people a little upset, but this is how we got out of debt. Okay. Yeah. And now, we did this 25 years ago with our credit cards and stuff, but this is even more prevalent now. People will go and charge a subscription on their credit cards, and it keeps reoccurring every single month. Now, you're going to say, well, Tara, I thought you were going to say do a budget. Okay, lower your interest rates. No, do this first, because you're spending money that is going out by having subscriptions that you're paying for. Nowadays, people think nothing of going and spending $9.99 on Netflix, $99 on Amazon Prime. How much is Spotify?
I think it's $9.99 for the basic one.
$9.99 for Spotify, Disney Plus, Discovery Plus, History Channel,
Hulu, CBS All Access. What's that one that BJ's shirt was for?
Oh, Peacock. Yeah. So here's the thing. You may say, well, why are you telling us this before getting a budget or all that? I want to get out of debt. Listen, you need to stop spending on things that you don't need right now first.
It's a way that you can quickly cut the outflow of cash. And what's going to make you get out of debt faster is to reduce the outflow of cash and pay off things that are your debts. Those are the kind of main.
So the next thing is to go through and find everything that you are paying a subscription for, like Netflix, all of those things. Do you really need it? Now, I understand you need entertainment, but you don't need 15 forms of entertainment. So if you have Amazon Prime, you should not have Netflix, you should not have Hulu, you should not have Disney, whatever all of those are. There are enough things on YouTube and Amazon Prime that can keep you entertained. Do you have cable? I hate to tell you, cable is not a necessity.
Hold on, before we get further, let me say, one reason why we're saying this is, let's say you have a lot of debt and you're paying a lot of interest on that debt. That's money that you're choosing to spend more on things because you're paying off that interest. And if you say, well, I really need the $300 cable plan, then that $300 cable plan is the reason why you're not paying off that other stuff right now. So it's a beginning baby step that you really need to figure out, what can we cut? And so some things like the cable, do you really need it at all?
We haven't had cable for at least 15 years.
But there are some things where you think, well, this one thing we use a lot and it would help me not spend a lot of money on other things. Okay, but do you need the amount you have? So like in our neighborhood, we have the fastest internet plan. That's because it's for our business, and our business uses the fastest internet plan. But almost everybody in our neighborhood has the fastest internet plan just to watch movies and play games.
They're not YouTubers,
And the reality is, out of the internet plans that are available, they could be 2 steps down on a plan and spend 1/3 of the price, and it would be plenty for what they need. And if you're paying off debt, it might be worth saying, if I had to put up with something slightly slower, my debt would go faster.
Yeah, and how do you need internet for your house? You may not need internet for your house if you've got it on your cell phone and everything you do is on your cell phone. So look at those things and see. Guys, we had no cable for 15 years. And then when we did have cable, we had the very, very basic, because we didn't have reception, and it was like $15 a month or something. It was hardly anything back then. But then we finally cut the cable. You can live without cable.
We really don't even miss it, and I thought we would. And one of the reasons why we point this out is most people have a lot of things that they're spending a small amount of money on.
$200 to $300 a month is from people that I talk to. My son works for a cell phone cable company. He tells us about the bills that people have. People will spend $200 to $300 a month just for watching things on TV.
Yeah, and so these charges, for instance, like Tara was talking about streaming plans. A lot of people don't realize, oh, I signed up for Netflix and I signed up for Hulu Plus and I signed up for CBS All Access. And they only really watch a couple of them for the most part, but the other ones are still being billed. So you're still paying for them even if you're not using them. And some of the things like the cable and the extra plans, and even on your phone, a lot of times, do you really need the whole plan that you have? I mean, you might say, wow, I really want unlimited this or that, but do you really need it? Is it worth continuing to pay extra money on your debt? Or is there a level that you can say, I need a phone, I really want internet bad enough that I don't want it to completely go away, but can I do with less of it and a smaller bill?
So the next step is to go through and cancel all those plans, those extra plans that you have that you're not using. And even if you're using them, you need to cut back to just one plan that, like, let's say you have Amazon Prime. Okay, watch all your movies on Amazon Prime and YouTube.
And go to the library and
that.
borrow some if there's some stuff that you got on another service that you're not using.
Yeah. Now, this is not permanently. This is just until you get your debt paid off. You have to really pull up the bootstraps, tighten the belt, tighten, what's the another phrase? I don't know. You have to really get it together.
You have to get mad at your debt.
And say, we are doing this now. And so go in, cancel. And then as you're canceling everything, write down how much that was a month. And then in the end, look at that number and you will be shocked at how much you are spending a month just on extra plans for streaming plans, subscription plans. You know, is there a YouTuber that you like and they have a membership plan? Cancel all of those. I know I'm a YouTuber and I shouldn't be saying that.
But if you're in debt,
you can't afford it.
If you're in debt, you can't afford it. Once you get out of debt, then do what you want with some of your extra money. But really, one of the ways to stay out of debt is to always plan to spend a lot less than your income.
Yep.
If you're spending right at your income, you're spending too much or you need a different job. But cutting your spending is the easiest thing to do first.
Yep.
And in this case, most people can cut hundreds of dollars every month out of their budget just doing these. And so we're telling you this one first because it's one of the easiest ways to cut something fast. Mm-hmm. And what I would suggest, since you're already spending this money every month anyway, if you're trying to pay off debt, is immediately start paying that amount of money as extra on your lowest balance credit card bill. And we'll get into more of that later. But so like, let's say you're already spending $300 a month. That's probably a low number for most people.
Yeah.
But let's say you're spending $500 a month on your minimum payments on your credit cards. And then you manage to cut $300 a month worth of expenses out. Then pay that extra $300 a month on credit card, the lowest balance credit card, in addition to what you're still paying on the credit cards from before. That's the first step, and we'll get into that more.
So instead of paying $500, you're now paying $800. So get those plans canceled, write down how much you are spending, and then start applying that amount to your credit cards, okay? That's the next step. Please visit us at livingonadime.com for more free tips and ideas and recipes to help you save money today. We will see you guys next time.